Welcome! In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to create your case for change document as a change manager. We are using a template that is freely provided in our Change Management 101 course that you can find at approachservices.com. But if you have a different template in your organization or community, you'll probably find that it has very similar content pieces. So bear with me and let's walk through how to create your case for change. The case for change is probably the most foundational and important document for you to create as a change manager quite early on in your change management work. As we start our project, we want to make sure that we align our key stakeholders, our sponsor, our project team, and ourselves on why does this project actually matter. And that is the first part of our case for change template. Think about why does this project matter and what are the goals, what are some of the benefits, maybe you can classify what's the return on investment, and what are some of the risks or the urgency, that burning platform that is behind our project and that is important for our stakeholders to know so that they can reprioritize their busy days and give some space to our project as well. So for example, like you might have an input from your co-creation session, and that is really painting a beautiful picture of what the future will look like. And in that picture, we can quite tangibly see what some of the benefits are to the different stakeholder groups or to the organization or the wider environment and community and maybe even like industry as well. Then what you also need to include in your case for change is what will actually change. What is that change that we talk about? Like what's the name? How do we define it? Are there any like time-bound project timelines from start to end date? What are some of the key changes in terms of like systems, people, organizational structures, reporting structures, jobs, and so forth? And what are also some of the key things that we leave untouched that we want to keep steady in all this changing as well? So what are some of the resources, some of the support that we need to change as part of the key change? So maybe like we have a systems change, but as a result of that, we also need to change how we onboard people, how do we maintain things and so forth. So there's going to be an environment or an ecosystem around our core change that also will need changing. And what are some of the next steps in terms of like who's involved in the change, like who has to like take immediate actions for the change to happen. And that is all that second more detailed part. So we started with the why and then we're focusing on the how, as in like how will we actually change, what is the change that we're talking about. And then your last part should be all about your earliest understanding of your stakeholders. Like what is that stakeholder input that you're seeking at this very starting point of your case for change writing, like at the preparing for change stage, so to speak. You might only know who's your project team, like who's your sponsor, like business owner, main approver, and maybe like who is your people leader or HR representative that also needs to be involved. We might not know any other of the stakeholders yet, or it might be visible that, let's say it's a system rollout, so we also have an IT stakeholder, IT head of technology or something like that. So you list some of those because these will be your first starting points in order to interview and find out more about the case for change. So you might actually now make an informal round and talk to these people to test your understanding of the case for change against their understanding of the case for change and refine the document further. Then you might invite a broader group of 10 to 20 people to a co-creation session, and with that input you go back and you redraft or like refine your case for change as well. So the case for change is done within the preparing for change stage, but it is a longer working process and it cannot be done by one person only because you'll only get your perspective. The broader you research the perspectives on your case for change, the more likely you're going to succeed with writing communications, engagement strategies, and change management strategies that will fit the bill for different stakeholder groups as well. So don't keep it too narrow. Venture out and see what other people think about this. It is actually a really good thing to just ask your whole executive team, maybe, why are we doing this? Like, what is it that is changing? And you might get as many different answers in the room as you have people. And that gives you a good understanding that the case for change hymn sheet needs to be aligned and created, but then also shared and agreed on by different stakeholders as well. So I hope this was helpful. A short video on how to complete and create your case for change document as a change manager. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.